Welcome everybody back to the World of Ability Network. Kurt and I are here with Chris, who has joined us. So over to you, Kurt.
There we go. Chris is the guy who's helped me come into this event. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here at On the Bus. This is a function of On the Bus as led by Chris Lipper here. And this is fun because I'm a guest of Chris's, but I get to do the interviews. So it's kind of like a mutual aid. He gets to be my guest in this live stream, and I'm the guest of the whole operation of On the Bus. We love the On the Bus International virtual conference, and we're loving all the booths out here, and we got a count of 34 people running through the space here right now. Chris, what else would you like to share about the event going on right now, this amazing international virtual conference on the metaverse? Tell us
Well,
more.
the show is 26 minutes old, and I'm trying to see I can get you a numbers. So far we've had almost 100 visits. So it's going to be a good show. We're off to a great start. So I'm happy with that. That's always the stress of this show for me is traffic. Um, when you once you've built it and you've got everything up and everything's spelled right and all of that, the hard part's done. And you've seen this show now 2, 3 times, and you see we just keep growing and adding to it. If somebody wants to leave, they leave, and we just fill the booth with someone else. But we're now in a position where we're adding booths, which is a nice position to be in.
There we
So
go.
yeah, so far so good. Something will go wrong. You won't know what it is. I'll know. It's the guarantee of every show is something goes wrong.
There we go. There you go. So yeah, I'm looking forward to learning more about your wheelhouse and all the ups and downs of your role making it happen, hosting us, all the things. Can you tell us more about the format? We got good 2.5 hours to go, and then you open up your Zoom. Can you tell us more about the style of the day and
Yeah.
what
So
you
So we're now 11:28 Pacific time. So what's that? 2:28 Eastern. And in 2 minutes, the presentations will start upstairs, and we will have three presentation rooms going every 25 minutes. We'll rotate the speakers. There'll be an announcement on the floor. I assume you hear it in here. You may not because you're in a double speaking zone. Um, but presentations begin. They're interesting. All the exhibitors have the right to give a presentation, and they're good. And our members work hard on these things, and th're certainly worth going to.
Fantastic. So Teresa, you're in the space. Just want to let you know and Mario, we are going out live stream. Emily is here and she's taking care of using restream.io, taking the screen capture and sharing the audio from the conversation Chris and I are having right now and putting it out there onto YouTube Live and out there onto Facebook Live. And so we're using all the social media entities, and we're teamed up with Nonprofit TV. We're getting out there onto following this event. We'll be able to have a post-event capture, news coverage of what we did here today out for future days out on nonprofit TV networks. And so we're here to get exposure to the whole On the Bus entourage, all the work here led by Chris, and all of the value here for the businesses that are in the vendor booths, and for the consumer market. There's folks here who have a value for consumers as well, and so just a lot to offer you here at this event, this metaverse.
So
Chris, you
the
want to tell us?
consumer products, just so you know, that's somewhat unique for our December show because holidays are coming. You might see a couple more consumer products than you normally would at most our shows, and that's fine. If somebody wants a booth, they can buy a booth and sell what they want, but that's why you're seeing the consumer stuff here.
There we go. So Chris, not meaning to lean into what people are paying for the booth, but can you tell us just more, outside of the cost of the booth? Just how does it work? Like, what are these vendors doing to, have all these graphics here? Obviously, they're sending you, pictures, and they're sitting in the spaces. Some of them are a vendor and a speaker. Can you give us a little bit more about what the vendors are going through to help make this event what it is for the rest
Sure.
of us.
Well, first and foremost, you should know I am not in this business of the metaverse. I am a business coach. And through coaching, we started doing trade shows. One of our members was struggling with getting more out of trade shows, and I said, well, we'll have a trade show and we'll teach you how to get more. And we used our sales training that we have 3 times a week to grow that. And that was in 2014. So that was 27 shows ago. This is our 28th show. During the pandemic, we went virtual for obvious reasons. And this is all evolved. And this is a third or fourth platform that we've used. And we like this platform. It's fine. It's not everything we want, but it's close enough and it's stable. Um, the exhibitors are primarily my members, my clients, that get free booths. Other people can buy booths, but all exhibitors have the right to present. You can't present unless you're an exhibitor. We have 3 presentation rooms now, and they're all fighting for the same audience. So each room has time slots every 25 minutes. So I guess we have 15 or 20 presenters all fighting for different audiences. Next show we're probably gonna have 4 um, presentation rooms. So it gets a little competitive, and we're trying to figure out a different way of doing it, but it also works with the flow of traffic. Um, Booths, you asked about price, they can range from uh, $250 to $1,750, depending on the screens and the images and the placement and the membership and that kind of stuff. What we're really selling here is bandwidth. With all the assets, which is what these images and these avatars are known as, the floor can only hold about 300 people at a time. Um, and the less assets you have, the better the floor performs, if that makes sense. So we try to charge in a way where not everybody has all the flashing screens and everything else, just to keep it flowing for everyone else.
Yeah, this is quite fantastic, Chris. I give you and the group here a lot of credit for what this is. Our group and our teams are very excited to have this role with you and be able to serve the event the way that we are. Can you share with people who are hanging in on this video, if they want to hop on in here, how does somebody come in and join us here in this space that we're talking in right now?
You go to onthebus.biz and there's a registration form. And if you struggle with that, you can go to onthebus.biz/conference. But if you register, we then can notify you of upcoming events. If you just come to the floor using the conference link, then we have no record of you. So we'd rather you register.
All right. So, Chris, we went through everything that I came into this conversation for. Anything else you want to
Well, I'd
comment
love to
on?
know, can we stream this on our Facebook page? Is there a way it can go out to the On the Bus Facebook page or no?
Yeah, if you set Emily up with admin privileges to be able to post into your page with those privileges, yeah, she could set that up in restream.io and boom, it's over in your group. Yes.
So let's do that next show because I'm not sure how to do that. Um, or yeah, once we're done here, let me just go check in up front, see if anybody needs me, and then I'll come back and talk to Emily.
That sounds good. Thanks for running through all this, Chris. We're going to get this out there far and wide and see if we can get some more folks joining because we just had this talk. Thanks for doing it,
All right,
Chris.
guys.
For the
Thank you
event.
so much for what you do for us. Thank you. Have a good show.